He's Mine by Etta Bond. He's Mine is part 2 of Etta Bond's double album Rollout. It was released a week after part 1, He's Not Mine. How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of He's Mine by Etta Bond.
Etta Bond.
Yeah.
He's Mine.
He's mine.
Yeah, man.
Somebody clean their room up.
Somebody clean their room up. How you feel about this album already?
Oh man, in contrast to the He's Not Mine, I already got the feeling that this is gonna be, as I said, it's gonna be a complete different album. But the image captured that fully, that this is gonna be a much more free and open kind of album.
Yeah, the album artwork basically just shows her in a more happier space, more concentrated, everything's clean. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that she did it again. She contrasts how the album cover shows to how the album was going to feel.
Yep.
The flow of this project, man, the flow of this one is a lot more upbeat and optimistic about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, that's just the best way to put it.
Yeah, man. Open. She's more confident in what she's talking about, who she's with. She's guaranteed, everything that she's about, all her feelings and everything.
Highlights, man. Look, Love Song About You is actually a really dope way to start it off, but Surface featuring A2 is so dope. It's got this really dope slow contemporary feel to it, and I just like the whole idea. Like, I don't need to check the gram out. I'm the one that took the photo. Like, I just like metaphor and wordplay like that. That's fire. Let You In is another song that's actually really deep. More Than a Lover featuring Sir is crazy. Her and Sir have some really good chemistry when it comes to making songs, and I hope they continue. If they do a joint project, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Teleport is actually really dope. I feel like it should have been a little bit longer, but I thought it was really dope, just the whole idea, because it's like, it just kind of reminds me of like, what do you call it, like teenage love and stuff like that. Like, you say stuff like that, like, man, I wish I could teleport to where you're at, and stuff like that, and it kind of, is really dope. And Emotional is another. It's a really deep song as well, because it's just like a woman basically just like admiring the person that she's with and appreciating them, letting her be, basically emotional. And it's a really deep song as well.
Surface, man. Surface is just fire. I think with all my highlights and everything, what I want to come across is that I really love the way the songs are written. Because it was written in such a way, like, you hear how love songs are usually written, but I felt like there was a more like genuine, natural approach to the way these songs are written, because you can read the lyrics and you can be like, oh, she's talking about being in love, she loves who he's with, but I really feel like she was letting her emotions out, especially on songs like Love Me Up and then The One, like just that constant, like, I know you're the one, I already know, and everything like that. I really like that confidence when it comes to that. And More Than a Lover with Sir, I just really love how they gave you both two distinctive sides of the relationship and everything like that, and I just felt it sounded beautiful. And then Teleport, even though it was a little short, I felt like it was just right, because it led straight into Emotional, and I thought I wrapped it up really, really well.
Lowlights, man. Like, so now that we've heard both parts, like, I don't really have a lowlight song on this project, but I will say in general, if I had a lowlight about like this project and maybe even He's Not Mine, hearing them together is actually dope in a cohesive project. They both give you two distinct feels, but my thing is I would just hope for something a little bit more brighter and upbeat. I mean, that may not be her style and her sound, but I just feel like at least one of those joints was missing. You know what I'm saying? It was
kind of like the middle ground between the two, you mean?
Yeah, well, because I feel like the first project was more like, in her feelings down. This time she's in her feelings, but it's more of an optimistic in your feelings. But I feel like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't necessarily fit the vibe. I mean, you could argue it could, but I feel like we were missing that, like, I'm truly happy song. Like, not super Mary J. Blige, I'm fine happy, but I'm just saying, like, just something a little bit more brighter.
I feel like, both sides of this is great, because it offered the opportunity of her to display two distinctive emotion or sides to her and everything like that. So putting them together, it just serves as like a really dope duality of music. And really, I can't really find many lowlights between that. I think it was a dope rollout. You know, if you release these together, I don't know if I would have got the same feeling, but I think you would have. But just the fact that, you know, we listened to this one week and then we listened to the next week, I think I got a better sense of what she was trying to get across, and I think that's really dope.
Final thoughts, like I said already, man, she did a dope job of combining two different vibes to one project. He's mine, he's not mine. You can get both vibes. I don't know if she's gonna re-release it as a full project together. Otherwise, you could just kind of slap it in a playlist together. But
Right.
maybe she'll do some like crisscrossing with
Yeah.
the feelings, because, you know, like, you know, what how do you say it? He loves me not type vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she, like I said, she nailed it, and I
Yeah.
think she did a good job. She's got some really good songwriting ability. You know what I'm saying? The concepts are actually really funny. Like Shawnee was actually one of the songs that kind of had me laughing when I listened to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Etta Bond is definitely somebody I think everybody should listen to and give a try, because you're missing out on something. Like if you like that old school Aaliyah type vibe that she had, like that kind of mystical, slow R&B-ish, but still really soulful vibe, you can get some of that here, but it's also a different type of vibe as well.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you're going to come away with this project is how deep and dope the lyrics is, because it's not like overly deep, but it can be deep. And it's just, you know, every time I hear music that's written in such a way that seems like it's coming from an organic place and it's not seeming forced, I really, really enjoy it. And that's what I get between this project and He's Not Mine. It just comes off as real, as an organic, and just a really, really dope sound.
Final grade, man. Look, I'm gonna give Etta Bond a check for He's Mine. I gave her a check for He's Not Mine. Like I said, man, this is a really dope project. Go and give it a click, man. Listen to it. Just see how you feel. Go listen to song number 2, because number 1 is kind of more like an intro. I mean, it's a song, but it's more like an intro. But go ahead, listen to number 2. If you don't like it, man, you know, listen to number 7. And then if you don't like that, then maybe this project ain't for you. But I'm pretty sure there's something up here for everybody.
Yeah, most definitely. I get us to check, like you said, check out Surface, and you should be immediately hooked in, because I mean that has everything to be hooked in. And just keep up the great work, because this is really dope. I'm glad we heard you on Sir's project, and now we're hearing you on this project. So keep up the work, man. Really dope.